Greetings, this is Frosty Thundertrod, and this is episode 3.5 of my playthrough of Rule the Waves has Spain. The proper episode 3 did not get recorded, so there is about a skip of a few months here. During that time, I fought 2 cruiser actions where I severely outnumbered the Italians, but due to low visibility, I was unable to capitalize on either engagement. Then I fought a fleet action in which I was heavily outnumbered by the Italians, which had perfect visibility, and I ended up losing 2 light cruisers to killing only 1 of their light cruisers. So that did not go very well in my favor. Currently, a lot of my fleet is in harbor getting repaired right now, so I'm being blockaded. I got 3 more months till my next battleship is complete. 1 more month until my AMC is complete. Right now I have a little bit of budget, but not a whole lot. Next turn. Right, my AMC is complete. Alright, raid on enemy coastal shipping. Battle size large. Let's accept. Let's see, what do I get? I get 2 light cruisers. That's actually quite sufficient for this type of a battle. Apparently there's an enemy ship over here I can sink. Alright. Now, there are other ships floating around that I may encounter. Personally, I'd like to encounter like a single light cruiser somewhere, but... Alright. What did we find here? Right, I'll turn off the air conditioner so it doesn't interfere with recording. Alright, there's a ship right there. 2 ships. I'm guessing these are destroyers, most likely. We'll go squad max and try to intercept. Alright, saying this one's a armored cruiser, so it's probably a light cruiser. Oh no. Yeah. Armored cruiser, light cruiser. This is their better light cruiser too. So I would probably stand a chance against light cruiser, but I cannot take on an armored cruiser with this force. So I'm going to have to run away. Alright. Fortunately, there's not much out here except for open ocean. It looks like they're getting tired of chasing, so... Alright, they broke off, so... I'm going to go see if I can find something else to sink. But I'm not going to fight an armored cruiser with 2 light cruisers. It's pointless. Drop down to cruising speed, give my stokers a break. Right, ultra fast. If I can, I'd like to engage near one of these islands. That way I can use the shoreline to scrape the enemy off if I need to. I'll head back north again. It doesn't need to be, you know, a warship, even just a transport of work for winning the mission. So what do we counter here? That's undoubtedly a short battery, so I'll pull back away from that. Unidentified ship. close. And this one's moving really slow. Good. Destroyer. Alright. That wiggle he made, I don't like it. Looks like a torpedo launch, so I'll make a wiggle of my own to counter it. Good. A destroyer and a patrol boat. Both excellent things for me to fight with 2 light cruisers. Gotten 3 hits there on that destroyer now. Okay, keep pursuing. Need to finish these off pretty quickly, otherwise they'll draw me into that fleet of cruisers again. Alright, even though it says the DD, I'm sure that that's that minesweeper. Let's see if I can finish off this destroyer. Let's go squad max. Turn around a little bit here so I don't want to overtake him. Alright, now identified it as a destroyer so I can start firing on it. I don't want to get too close. I'm pretty sure it's already expended all of its torpedoes, so I don't really need to worry about that anymore. Just gotta keep an eye out that it doesn't lead me back into its friendly cruisers. That's another hit. Looks like it was a 5-inch hit. There we go. Now we're scoring some good hits. Okay, it stopped moving, so it's essentially a goner. Yep, it's sunk. Alright. This is going fairly well. I mean, destroyer and a minesweeper. Especially that minesweeper, since that's one of the randomly generated minesweepers. It's not a very high value target, but you know, dead enemies are still dead enemies. Thinking this is a transport, yep. The more transports I sink, the more victory points I get, so this is worthwhile. Getting close to the end of this battle now. Fast. This transport's being slow about sinking. Someone give it another pass. Alright, yeah, go ahead and pick up survivors. I picked up 18 survivors from the transport. I'll drop down to cruise speed, and we'll just run this out. Alright, there we go. Spanish minor victory. not a huge amount of victory points, but it'll start making up the deficit. Alright. Glorious victory of our Navy has raised the hopes of the nation. Your prestige improves. I have to make a quick cut here. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. Now I have a bit of budget going here. 976,000. And a dock size of 20,000. Need to get some ships building. The only thing that I can build right now that will actually join the battle for sure would be AMCs. Destroyers might make it in before the end of the war. But what I really need more than anything else is I need more battleships. So let's see what I can do about designing a battleship. See what the game suggests. Alright. Wow, there's no way I'm going to make a battleship this small at this point. Right, 15,500. I'd consider that fair for now. 10 inches of belt. Deck. 2. Belt extended 2, that's fine. Conning tower. 10 turrets. 10 turret top. 2 secondaries. 4. Alright, normal accommodations. Alright, 10-inch guns. 11-inch guns. Alright. Now, the significant thing about an 11-inch gun is that 11 inches, this is actually a battleship-sized gun. The smallest battleship-sized gun, but it is a battleship-sized gun. Alright. So we got 4 11-inch guns, 9 14 9-inch guns, and dual turns. Now this is a kind of a weird gimmick of the game, but since it can't be divided evenly, it's actually counting one of these guns as being on the center line. So, it's got 6 guns here, 6 guns here, and then it counts 2 guns as being able to fire to either side. It's a kind of a weird quirk of this system. Let's check. Short range. I'm okay with short range. And I got 10 3-inch tertiary guns. Let's add some more torpedoes. Let's up my ammunition. There we go, 175. And I still have 400 tons of leftover. I can up my build extended. Let's try 4 inches. Yeah, because at 4 inches, my belt extended will be immune to 5-inch and 6-inch guns, at least for now. Alright, my 11-inch guns can only penetrate 7 inches of armor. This leaves me 80 tons left over. I'll get 1 more fire control position. Alright. Catfight again. Okay, I think I'm going to go ahead and go with this one. Let's give it a different name. The Argonauta. No, Argonaut. Well, I think, anyway, I believe this is going to be the Spanish version of the Argonaut, so I'm just going to call it the Argonaut. Alright. Okay, so in 3 years I'll have another battleship. Cruiser battle. Alright. So it's large. I have 2 armored cruisers, 4 light cruisers versus 2 light cruisers, 2 armored cruisers, 3 light cruisers, and 2 AMC. So I'll go ahead and accept this. See what I get. Alright, so this is pretty much like the other cruiser engagements I've had, except for now I've got good visibility. But yeah, I got... Okay. Now, you guys, I don't want you to scout. I want you to form core on the on the armored cruiser. All right. Unknown ship spotted. Okay. Down there. Got 2 of them down there. Okay, Nina Belixo class. This is their better light cruiser, so I'm going to go squad max to try to intercept. Good. Looks like they're faster than I am. So we're going to keep doggedly pursuing them. Looks like this is going to be another bust. Keep heading towards Trapani and maybe I'll catch up to him again. This is the problem when the enemy is faster than you are. They really do, especially in good visibility, get to decide whether or not they're going to engage. And in this case, it appears that the enemy's decided not to engage. Drop to cruise speed to give my stoker some rest. Battle's about halfway over as far as time goes. And the Italians retreated, so this ends up being a draw, which means absolutely no use to me. I didn't lose nothing, but I also didn't gain anything. Alright, next turn my battleship will be repairs will be complete on my Numica, and the Trident will be finished, but it'll still need some time to work up. Alright, 500-ton destroyer. Fleet battle, Gulf of Leon. Alright, last time this did not go very well for me, but I'll go ahead and give it another try. This time, however, I'm going to fight closer to Barcelona. Alright, so the Numika is back out. So I'm going to fight closer to Barcelona here, and that way if things get dicey, I have a good spot to retreat to. Unknown ship sighted. This is going to be their screening force. I'm not too particularly concerned about it. Yep. I wouldn't mind taking on and sinking one of these cruisers. I don't think it's likely. I can get that AMC. Because the AMC can't get away from me. So I'm going to go ahead and sink this AMC. That was a hit. My two light cruisers that are down here playing with these guys. Now, where are these coming in? They're moving pretty quickly, so. This is one of them's a battleship. Yep, this is their battle line, so it's time to get out of here. Yeah, they got 5 battleships versus my 1 battleship, and every one of these battleships outclasses my 1 battleship. So I'm just going to run for port. Unfortunately, it looks like that AMC is going to survive. They're focusing fire on the Infanta Maria Teresa. I hit one of their battleships, but it's not going to be a significant hit. I'm pretty sure I'm firing high explosive at them, so if I what's this score a string of hits, I might be able to set one on fire, but that's a very big might at this point. Matter of fact, I'm going to order. That's all that's within range is that battleship. Hitting the Regina Margarita a few times now. I wish I had some gun batteries over here. Maybe that's what I'll do next, is I'll build a couple fortresses on this side of Spain. I mean, it's a huge coastline, so there's no guarantee the battery will be in the right position. But, at least having a chance of a battery in the right position is better than not having a chance. I'm pretty sure all my ships are going to make it safely into Barcelona now. Go to fast. Might still end up losing this, because after I go into port, they're going to sail around, and I don't know if the game spawned any transport ships or the like. They can sink them. They're firing on my armored cruiser. Yeah, see, like that, they're probably going to sink this merchant. which will give them the victory. Are they turning away? No, not quite. It'd be kind of nice if I could lead them into a mine here. But past experiences taught me that really doesn't work. I can hit a mine. Believe me, I can hit a mine. But I've never been able to successfully lead an enemy into hitting a mine. What are they doing? Looks like they're splitting up their formation. I'll try to capitalize on this, see if I can isolate something, but on the same token, I don't need to be pulled away from port chasing them where they can converge back on me. It looks like this battle's essentially over. Yep. It's just a matter of running out the timer now. Is my fleet safe? And their fleet has retreated. There we go. I got a marginal victory out of that. Yeah, from the surviving merchants, since I destroyed my merchants. I caused a little bit of damage, but they caused more damage to me. So those surviving merchants gave me the victory, technically. Yeah, not much of a victory, but that's better than nothing. Okay. Let's see here. Most minesweepers are still working up. The AMC is still working up. Trident should be complete next month, but it's going to need some time to work up. No, peace negotiations are out of question right now. Okay, raid on coastal installations, battle size large. Convoy attack, battle size medium. I'll go ahead and do this one. These are usually pretty easy. You run in, sink a few merchants, and run away. There's the convoy right up there. What do they have? They have an armored cruiser for an escort. I'm not going to bother with an armored cruiser. Four 8-inch, 12 6-inch. Yeah, it's pretty much a copy of my armored cruiser. So they have an armored cruiser and a destroyer. I would love to take out that armored cruiser, but I don't think it's in the cards. So I'm just going to go over here and sink a few merchants. Go to squad max since battle's joined. There's a couple destroyers over here. Oh, and an AMC. So, unless that armored cruiser wants to come rejoin the battle, I'm just going to go over here and sink transports and an AMC. Maybe a destroyer. Or 2 destroyers. Let's see if I can order them to attack the destroyers. Yes. So I'd rather take out the destroyers while they're busy escorting the convoy and they're moving really slow. And easier to hit. Cargo explodes on the merchant ship. Watch out for destroyers, mostly torpedoes. Destroying destroyers does help me in the strategic map. I think the southern destroyer's rudder's been damaged. At least that's what it's acting like. Where did my light cruiser go? Oh, he's hanging out down there, is he? Yeah, their armored cruiser's kind of, hanging around up here. Doesn't seem to be all that interested in engaging me. Which is a shame because it's an even match. I'd love to get an even match going. Well, maybe with all these destroyers, not such an even match, but I don't want to give this AMC some respect and not just, ball in on him too close because he can have torpedoes. Let's see, let's actually check. Yes, he has 2 submerged torpedo tubes. That's kind of an unusual choice. If I'm making an AMC, I almost always use swivel mount torpedoes. Alright, imagine with the last of the convoy gone, these destroyers are just going to bugger off. And they are. Alright, so there might be another group of transports, but I highly doubt it. I'll drop to cruise speed and circle back this way. Alright, we're at a halfway point in time. Run up speed. On pursuing. No, they're just kind of fidgeting around up there on the edge of my vision. Okay, just run out the timer here. Very unlikely I'll encounter anything else. Alright, there we go. Spain, major victory, yes. Because I sunk, heavily damaged one of the destroyers too. Alright, now that's a nice victory point gain. Now I'm beginning to close in on them in terms of victory points. And I'm no longer being blockaded. That's good. And the Trident is sitting there at 0 months to be completed. That's annoying when it does that, but Alright, Leia, you're going to move to the Mediterranean. Move ship. Mediterranean, okay. Huh. Good. Good. Cruiser action. So I have 4 minesweepers, 1 battleship, alright, and 4 AMCs. Now my minesweepers can fight the light cruiser and the AMCs. They can't fight the armored cruiser. Oh well. So 2 more months and I'll have a couple more light cruisers complete. Start building more dock. Yes. Where am I being blockaded at? I'm being blockaded in the Mediterranean or Northern Europe. I'm being blockaded in Northern Europe. What does Italy have up here? Italy has 1 armored cruiser, 1 light cruiser, and 1 AMC. Okay. Well, once my battleship completes working up, that blockade will break all on its own. So. Raider. I'm going to put all of my cruisers in the Mediterranean as Raider because they still show up in fleet battles anyway, so there's no reason not to have them. Raiding and disrupting the enemy. Now I'm going to send these 4 here. Yep. You're going to Asia. Southeast Asia, yes. And that'll free up another cruiser from Asia to join the actual war effort. Early coastal submarines. Coastal raid. Auto resolve. Yeah. Alright. Okay, I'm going to call this episode to an end right here. Thank you very much for watching.